Hello and welcome back to Paris Crochet Flow. My name is Paris and I am back with another video. This time I'm going to be discussing fail, and this is a neat project that I was looking forward to making for this summer, and I did talk about it last year at some point, but unfortunately it's a fail. This is my toaster tee, and as you can tell, this is definitely not a tee because this is supposed to be my neckline and it's so wide. I was being very optimistic working with this yarn. It's a mix of silk and um, linen, which is very beautiful and it has a shine to it. And I'm still going to make a summer top out of this yarn, but I'm definitely not going to knit. So I'm going to crochet. It's it's I think it must be thinner than even a fingering weight. I forget, but I got it from Quebec when we went sometimes last year, and I really hope I can make something for this summer. And the only way I can accomplish that is by crocheting the top. So this I'm not going to undo. Usually I have spoken before and said that I don't usually frog my items. I try to make do with whatever I have. So this one is supposed to be the yoke, but I'm going to bind it off using a crochet hook like I have done before. And once I bind it off, it's going to be a small sort of a cowl. Just because I don't want to waste my time, the time I spent making this top, or it was supposed to be a top, I'm not going to be wasting it. So I'm just going to bind it off and make it a cowl. If you can imagine, it's going to be something like that. It's going to look like a scarf, but I think it's going to be beautiful, and that's just my thinking. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my work. I'm just going to make it a cowl. There are other sweaters that I had started that I turned into hats, and they turned out really nice. So I believe this is not going to let me down either. But yeah, that's just to tell you that don't give up. And if you don't have to frog, you don't have to frog it. You can always make something out of a knitting gone wrong or a crochet gone wrong. Don't feel like you have to waste your time or anything. So I will bind this off and I will come back and show you what it will look like, and we can take it from there, so that if you have some projects that you think are not working and you can change them into scarves, you can change them into hats, you can maybe see what I have to make out of this part of my toaster tee. However, I still have my toaster tee pattern which I bought, and I will still use it, but I think I'll have to use a different yarn. I'll have to knit a few more sweaters because before I can gain the confidence to work on that tee again. I'm going to bind this off and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Hi and welcome back. I'm still working on my toaster tee cowl, which I'm just binding off using my hook. As you can see, I'm just using my needle on my left side. I'm still working using my needle. Again, forgive my voice. Sorry for my hoarse voice. So I use my hook on the right side, and I just pick up the stitches and kind of work a slip stitch, which becomes a bind off, and this is going to end up being my cowl. So I'll be back when I'm done and I'll show you what my cowl looks like. But if you're ever being curious about how to bind off using a crochet hook, that's how I do it. And the only thing, oh dear, the only thing you need to remember is that it can be a little bit tight. So just take your time and make sure you give yourself some slack. But that's how I do it sometimes, and it makes binding off easier. So I'll see you soon. I'm losing my stitches here, so I'm just gonna do it off camera, and I'll be right back to show you my final product. See you soon. I'm back with my bound off yoke. As I mentioned, it was supposed to be a tee or a top, and this was the neckline, which is of course very wide. I have worn it once around my neck, so it's already stretched out. However, instead of frogging my work and wasting my time or using my time inappropriately, I bound off. I know it's folding up, but I can either choose to block it off or just let it be. But now I'm gonna show you what I meant. So it's just a small cowl. It's like a scarf. It doesn't look like much, but let's try it on and you will see what I mean. So I could choose to wear it just like so, and if I was in a dress or just a blouse, it would probably look better. And I could choose to wear it like a scarf, wound twice, and there it is. So I didn't end up wasting my time, and I have a neck warmer, or whatever I'll call this, and it's a beautiful color, and I can style it with whatever. And I'm thinking just the right thing, a black dress, and there you are. So don't frog your work. When you sometimes you knit some things and they don't turn out the way you would like, and you don't want to frog them, try and rethink something you can do with them instead of having your work go to waste. So there you are. I do quite a bit of this when I do sweaters, and they don't end up turning as nice as I would want. Sometimes I turn them into hearts halfway. If, for example, I'm working on something like this up to there, I could turn it into a heart. That's before I work on the yoke. But this is a yoke, so I just turned it into a scarf or a neck warmer or whatever else I would like to call it, a cowl, neck warmer, scarf, whatever. But there you are, there you have it. Then I don't have to frog my work, and I have my neck warmer. It's a nice little thing, and I can just keep it with me, and I can remember some of my fails. So there you go. Happy crocheting, happy making, and just go with the flow. Bye now.